sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing.
Have a show. We're about to have a show. We're going live. We're about to have a show.
On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
Woo! Let's go! Breaking news. Jalen Ramsey getting traded by the Miami Dolphins. Breaking news. Jalen Ramsey getting traded by the Miami Dolphins. Breaking news. Jalen Ramsey getting traded by the Miami Dolphins. They don't never listen to TD. They don't never listen to TD. What did I tell y'all yesterday? Let me get my Twitter family in here. Let me add Twitter to the stream. I was just going to do YouTube, but let me add Twitter to the stream. Let me add Twitter to the stream. They don't like listening to me. I'm going to add Twitter to the stream. I was just going to do YouTube, but let me add Twitter real quick. All right, yeah, Twitter up in here. TD, you was into this. You was into this. Yeah, man, I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing because I have a winner's mentality. I have a winner's mentality, baby. That's what I have, a winner's mentality. I got to get it by all means necessary. I got 6 kids and a wife, man. I got parents, getting up in age. Listen, 5-10 years from now, I got to be sitting pretty. I got to make sure I'm able to say, hey, mom and dad, y'all don't worry about it. No way, y'all good. Make sure all my kids, everybody straight. So yes, I was in it. I love that song. I love that intro. One of our subs gifted it to me, the song. I love it. So yeah, I was into it. I'm always into it. Oh, my brother Dion in the building said jacket clean though. Yeah. Let me pop the collar up though. It can be worn in different ways. We're gonna keep this one up. You want to keep the collar up, or you want to let it hang? We're gonna bring it down a little, open it up, pop the collar out. It could do a few things. Bring it back up. My birthday suit on under this. You got to pay for that. But anyway. TD is a YouTube Tyreek Hill, all those kids. I ain't gonna say that. Used to be, but I fought my life and worked hard to make sure all my babies are with me. So, and they are. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. All right. But yeah, man, listen. Why everybody freaking out over this news this morning? Oh my gosh, are they really going to trade Ramsey? What are they doing? They might as well blow it up. I don't get it. We really not trying to win it. Y'all don't watch this channel. Ain't none of y'all who watch this channel faithfully surprised this morning. We just got through talking about this yesterday. We just got through talking about this yesterday on this channel. I keep telling y'all. Anybody who's surprised you don't watch this channel faithfully enough, you need to tap back in. Get over your feelings about how I feel about Tua and tap in. Nobody should be surprised. Literally, yesterday, we had a good conversation. This shouldn't be a surprise. Before the report came, man, I'm looking like Shannon Sharp, man. Let me take this filter off. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. All right, there we go. Raw and uncut, baby. No filter. Sometimes I put that filter on when I'm having a bad day. But I look like Shannon Sharp, so I got to take the filter off. All right, there we go. All right, but listen, man, there should be no surprises. So let's recap what we talked about yesterday before this news even broke. See, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be transparent and honest. I had already heard of this possibility about 4 days ago. See, the thing is, we don't like to use the word sources and all that stuff. But there are people that are connected and tied in that I do conversate with about the team. And they didn't tell me Ramsey getting traded, bro, break it. They didn't tell me Ramsey getting traded, do what you want with it. No, they said, hey, don't be surprised if Jalen Ramsey is gone. And I replied to him, I wouldn't be, but I think that might be next year. No question. So when these people whisper, I just listen. And then I do I do content that suggests it to y'all, tell y'all, hey, this could be even a possibility. So got a little piece of lint in my hair. So I already delivered this to y'all that it was a possibility. I just believe that Chris Greer and them wasn't going to go out hard like this. They're going to wait till next year and let this be just a train wreck of a season. But they accelerating it. But guess what? Dolphin fans all around the world, you should be excited. This is excellent breaking news. Now, they still got to do it. But this was excellent breaking news. What y'all out here pouting for? See, I also told y'all on the stream yesterday, some of y'all problem. Well, first, before I get to that, I told y'all on the stream yesterday, What they're not telling us, but they're trying to sneak in, is that we rebuilding. Didn't I tell y'all that yesterday? What they're not telling us, but they're trying to sneak it in a little sly way, is that they rebuilding. Did I not tell y'all that? And then I doubled back yesterday and I said, the problem is some of y'all still want to live under the false preference that we gonna figure it out this year and do something special. Didn't I say that? That's why I wake up this morning and see this news and people freaking out. Oh man, what is Greer doing? We already need another corner and you're going to get rid of the best one. You should be excited. You should be excited. Not excited for right now because they're admitting we failed. And I told y'all that yesterday we failed. The rebuild failed. Just stop. Stop holding out this hope. The rebuild officially failed. Now they're about to ease us into a new one in a way where you don't fully recognize it. Well, they sure exposed a little bit more of it today with the whole Ramsay news. It failed. But the sooner it fails, the sooner we can get to better days. That's what I keep trying to explain to people. The sooner it fails, the sooner we can start getting to better days. And I don't know if it'll be better days, but we know what we're doing now ain't working. And I am afraid. I will be honest with y'all. I'm excited about this news because it means, okay, we're going to try this thing another way. But then there's a fear of me. There's a fear factor in me. Like, you know, okay, I'm going to be transparent again. When I saw this news this morning, see, by the way, I didn't go live right away. I saw this news 2.5 hours ago. I mean, this dropped like 7 a.m. I saw this like 2.5 hours ago. And I just sat on it. I was just like, let me see how people receive this, because I told them all of this yesterday. I told them what the deal was yesterday, with the signs that the team has given us. And now this breaks, reaffirming what I told them yesterday. Let me see how people react. And I saw how people react, which is shocking to me. But it just means that y'all don't tap in enough over here to understand we always do this. I mean, some of the writing is on the wall. If you really break the team down, you can know what's coming. So I sat on this, and while I was sitting on it, I got to be honest with y'all. Don't judge me. You know, don't judge me. I got a little emotional. I didn't cry, but I did feel a little emotional. I was just like, I felt emotional. I don't know why. It just hit me like, I'm sad about my team. I'm sad about my team. Like, I've been big boying it on these streams. Oh, it's a failure. We failed. I'm talking that talk. But it hit me this morning. Yeah, we really did. This Ramsay news is the first sign of an actual admission. See, Teron Armstead decided to retire. They still ain't admitted failed because they wanted him back. Calais Campbell decided to go somewhere else. They didn't admit we failed. They wanted him back. But this is the first move of admitting, yeah, this whole thing ain't working. Yeah, me and Ramsay, we mutually agree to find a trade. You already need a corner opposite him, and you're going to trade him. This was the first sign of actually, this is the first move of real admittance of what we're doing right now ain't it. And I got emotional. And again, not tears, but I was just like, my team, man. My team. Gosh. It brought me back to 6 years ago. We finally finna do it the right way. We finna purge the whole thing like from scratch. The ultimate rebuild. We're about to build this team through the draft. And I was excited 6 years ago. I didn't like the Tua pick, but still, it was still this excitement of let's see what we can do around them and let's figure this out. And man, this is just new. And I'm going to tell y'all, the first 3 years with Flores, I started to appreciate the excitement of the build, of not turning nothing into something. And we struggled. We weren't a great team, but we were building. That first year when we won those few games, we knew we purged the roster. Oh, nobody's worried about it. We're trying to lose. You know, we're a bad team. There's no-name guys like Nick Needham and all of these guys that are becoming names. And you know what? We're gonna build. And then you got Zeeler and all these type of guys. Man, we're about to build. We're getting guys in the draft. We're building talent undrafted, getting players from other teams. And that's why I say Nick Needham, Zeeler, and all of them. We're going to build. And then guess who ruined it all? Guess who ruined it all? He's been tormenting us for 20 years. And his final, right before he left the league, his final goodbye, Tom Brady. Tom Brady met us on that boat. It could have turned out to be good, to be honest with you. But, you know, Tom Brady met us on that boat. You know what a lot of people don't talk about, they brush over? A lot of people don't realize why we lost the first round pick. There was a plan to bring Tom Brady to Miami with Sean Payton. And instead, he ended up going to Tampa because he wanted to come down to Florida. He loves it in Florida. He goes to Tampa and wins the Super Bowl. What we don't talk about is if that would have happened, the Dolphins might have won a Super Bowl. We don't even talk about it. We don't even talk about it. Now, rightfully so, Flores was like, I ain't trying to be tampering. Just go get them the right way if you can. And the front office didn't coordinate that the right way. They were tampering. But nobody talks about that. I'm going to tell y'all now. We were going to have Tyreek, Waddle. We were going to, and Gesicki was still on the team. We would have had Ramsey. I mean, Xavier Howard was still on the team. We had Holland, Brandon Jones. We had Christian Wilkins, Zeeler. We had, I mean, these guys were still on the team, y'all. All of these guys would have been on the team. And Brady and Tom Brady. Yeah, Van Ginkel. If he could do it in Tampa, man, we would have did it here. I'm telling you. But let's reverse. Hit the reverse button. Reverse. It didn't happen. And we wanted Joe Burrow. That didn't happen. Drama in the front office, drama with the coaching staff, and they fired Flores. And the only thing I asked at the moment when they fired Flores was to basically just keep down the same path. Let's keep drafting and let's keep building if you have the ability to build and develop players. And right there, when Flores was gone, they went right off course. It's time to open the checkbook and buy talent instead of drafting and developing talent. That's when we went off the rails. People say, oh, this is the first time we've done everything. And I argued 6 years ago, we haven't done everything. The one thing Miami hasn't do is build from absolute scratch and keep doing it consistently through the draft and developing players. And then for the first time in forever, we'll always be. That's Frozen, by the way, you know, the ride at Disney. It stuck to my head. But anyway, for the first time in forever, We were doing that. And as soon as that Tyreek trade came, as soon as we signed Armstead, as soon as the Connors and the Ramsays of the world, as soon as all that started happening, we stopped doing that. We got off the train. People like, yeah, but no, ain't no but. That was our downfall. Do you know where we would have been as an organization today if we had taken all of that money and draft picks on Chubb, Ramsey, Tyreek, all this money, Connor, Jonnu, all of these guys, if we would have taken all that money and draft picks and we would have continued to build through the draft, I'm not saying we would have been a great team, but the position we're in today would not look even close to this. We would have at least 5 more cornerstone young pieces. We would have been able to retain our draft picks like Christian Wilkins, Robert Hunt, Javon Holland. Yes, all of them. Even if it was overpriced, we would have been able to keep them. We would have already had drafted some other linemen. It's failed. And this is what I'm talking about. I said this in the past, and don't worry, for the next year, I'm going to be doing a lot of looking back. So don't come on this show talking about TD, man. You always talking about the past and what you said. Why don't you just focus on now and the future? Be quiet. I have to. After all these people done put me through the last 3, 4, 5 years, you think I ain't finna go back and tell y'all every chance I get, this is what I was explaining to y'all? I've been explaining all of this to you, and it's happening like clockwork. And what's the famous saying? Put it in the chat. What's the famous saying? Put it in the chat. What's my famous saying? What do I always tell them when they crucify me and I say, you know what? I'm not going to get mad. What do I always say? Come on. Some of y'all, some faithful watchers. What do I always say? Put it in the chat. The chat should be flooded with this term. It should be flooded with it because I get tired of arguing with people in the moment that think they right. And I don't try to overbear you and be like, I'm right, you're wrong. I just say, okay, I hear what you're saying. I'm just asking you to hear what I'm saying. And guess what? Time will tell. Can the people or the congregation come to the front and tell me, is time telling now? Is time telling now? Is it telling exactly what I told you it would tell? Well, let me not say I told you it would tell. It's telling you what I believed it would tell, because I have always opened up the possibility of me being wrong. Oh, I can't listen to this clown no more. He don't know what he's talking about. Chill, bro. Just let time tell. Oh, this clown always being negative. We ball out every year and he can't appreciate it. Chill out, bro. Let's let time tell. Oh, he don't know ball. This team ready to win a Super Bowl now. Chill out, bro. Let's just let time tell. Oh, man, this is why I only listen to X, Y, and Z, because they get it. You don't. Chill, bro. Just let time tell. I don't disrespect nobody. I don't call people out their name because they disagree with me. I just say, chill, bro. Let time tell. Time always tells. We may get into some heated debates, but at the end of the day, it's all good, bro. Let's let time tell. And it ain't me hedging my bet, because time is telling the exact way that I outlined it would. Not just the conclusion ended up being what I said. No, this would happen. That'll happen eventually. We're going to be good enough not to be good enough, and he's going to be gone. He's going to be gone. We're going to waste Teron Armstead. We're going to waste Xavier Howard. We're going to waste Jalen Ramsey. We're going to waste Tyreek Hill. We're going to waste. We're going to waste these guys' career. And I don't even feel like getting into it this morning because we know what the real issue is. We know what the real issue is. Because you can't tell me Tom Brady wouldn't have won a Super Bowl with some of these units. Regardless of the O-line. Because he know how to call his protections. He know how to call help protections. He know how to process the field real time. He know how to do this. He know how to do that. He know how to do that. He know how to do this. See, we know what the real issue is, but again, this is the one thing that they still holding on to. And it's the sad part about Miami, what's making me sad. Not only are we in a rebuild right now that they're trying to hide, but the real slap in the face is who's the center of the rebuild? They ain't hit you with the slap in the face yet. It's coming. It ain't going to be after this year. It's going to be after the next year when you realize somebody's still on this roster. The rebuild is still going to be around a specific someone. Woo! Take your caffeine shot on that one. Woo! Next offseason, the narrative is going to be, I mean, what do you expect they got to do? They stripped the roster, and then, I mean, everybody knew they weren't good enough. Everybody knew they were in a soft rebuild. That's going to be the narrative. Now, the focus is, focus on the trenches. Build around this person the proper way now. Now do it the right way. Oh, Lord Jesus. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't get me an elite O-line right now and y'all going to learn a hard lesson. Go get me an elite O-line right now and the Dolphin fans all around the world are going to learn the hard lesson. Y'all really think that that's the only thing this team been missing? Y'all really think in the playoff games, the 2 playoff games, the O-line was the reason? Y'all really think every time we play a great team, the O-line is the reason? But it's all good. Time always tells. Time always tells. Time always tells. It always does. Oh, my gosh. What are we going to get for Ramsey, y'all? Put it in the chat. What y'all think we going to get for Ramsey? What y'all think we going to get for Ramsey? And by the way, let me say this too. I'm so glad the report came out of them having a mutual agreement to trade Ramsey. But he may not even get traded, though. It's just a mutual agreement. It may not even happen. If a team feels good enough to want to eat the $20 million, $21 million to be exact, because Dolphins already gave him a roster bonus of $4 million out of the 25. So we still owe him 20-something million. And if the team is willing to take the $21 million cap hit, then great. But we got to hope to find somebody that will. And for that cap hit alone, we ain't gonna get no like major draft capital. I think we're looking at a late third, maybe early fourth. Late third, early fourth. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If the Dolphins settle for like something like a late fourth or fifth rounder, oh, the writing's on the wall. They just really want to start the purge. They're trying to save money for next year. Like, I think that's what they're really more so doing, because Ramsay gonna save the team another $20 million, and they ain't trying to really use that now. What they're gonna try to do is save it for next year, or they're targeting a player in the league just like Ramsay that's young, that a team may want to get off of because of financial reasons, and they want to invest in a future player, which is fine too by me. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, let's not argue anymore about this year trying to win a Super Bowl, X, Y, and Z. The reality is they're trying to build for the future. And this is officially, not just bantering, but their actions now should prove to everyone it's officially a rebuild. Now, understand this too. They are still going to go out and sign a whole bunch of free agents. They're going to go through this draft, get some players. They're going to go in free agency, they just go rack up on old guys. Oh, but he's solid. He's solid. You know, a whole bunch of old guys to fill spots to make you feel like, I mean, we still could compete this year. I mean, what's new? What's new? What's new? What's new? And I agree, Glenn. Greer is not operating like he is not on the hot seat. No, he's not operating like he is on the hot seat. Greer operating like, oh yeah, I still got another season or 2 or 3. See, when Stephen Ross said, I value chemistry, you know, we do have better expectations. We got to be better, but I value camaraderie and chemistry. Stephen Ross want to keep this whole thing together. I'm starting to truly feel like Stephen Ross deep down inside, hey guys, we made a lot of mistakes. We failed on this one, but mistakes happen. This is the first time we tried this new thing. Let's go at it again. Let's recognize where we made mistakes and let's try to correct them this time. I think we're in for this regime to just continue for the future. At least 2 to 3 more years. I'm starting to feel that way. Shout out to David Thomas, been a member for 36 months. That is 3 years and 2 months. Salute to you, homie. Listen, everybody who's a member, put the emojis in the chat right now. Let's recognize our members. I appreciate you all. We got over 100 members that show love and dedication to this channel and help us do what we do at the best level that we possibly can. We are trying to get to a 500 member goal this year by the end of the year. So if you want to become a member of the channel, hit that join button. It is you pledging your support to this channel and what we do over here at TD Fans Talk on a regular basis to keep us functioning and going at a high level. Also, if you gift memberships, you will be entered into a monthly drawing for a giveaway. This first monthly drawing is probably going to be a jersey, a team jersey of your choice. So, and that, well, not this month, but we're starting it in May. But if you get your early entries in now, you can, okay? So at the end of May, we will be doing a giveaway. We're going to hit the spin the wheel. I'm going to be putting everybody in as an entry. We'll hit the spin the wheel. And when the wheel is spinning, it'll land on whoever's name it lands on, and that person will win. All right. So salute to all the members. And I think to give membership, you have to be a member. So it's really for those who are members and gonna give memberships to other people watching the show, okay? Because everybody can't, maybe can't get the membership. It's hard out here these days. So if you are in a position to help somebody else get a membership, by all means do so. You'll be supporting the channel at the same time as your fellow Dolphin fans, all right? Love y'all, appreciate y'all, and we'll go in and add everybody to the spin the wheel. And at the end of next month, we will give away a jersey. And sometimes it'll be a monetary giveaway. Sometimes it'll be merch, whatever it is, helmets and all type of stuff, all right? But salute to all the members. I see the emojis coming in. Shout out to Curtis Williams. The homie just dropped some love on us. I see that draft picture. He said, "You spitting bars today." Hey man, appreciate it, man. I'm spitting bars today. Horses eat hay. Ooh, usually people pay for that, bro. All right. Curtis been a member again for 38 months. Man, is that two people 38 months? Yeah, David and Curtis, 38 months, man. They've been rocking with your boy for a while. And Curtis, I'll be at the draft this year. The NFL did grant access with NFL credentials again. Y'all saw me at the Super Bowl coverage. I will be at the draft next week. First round. I'm slated to be there first round, second, third, and Saturday. I don't want to be there Saturday because nobody comes up on the podium, right? And Friday, I'm thinking about coming back home and doing a stream right here in my humble abode. So I will be there first round night though. I'll be there before that, actually, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or whatever. And I might fly out Friday. So it just depends. If I'm liking it, I'll stay. I don't know. I want to do it from here though. So I'll be at the draft with media credentials. And what that means, the NFL already explained, we'll have our own Radio Row. So I'll be doing shows from Radio Row with all the other media. I'll also, so when the players get selected, when they're walking out, we're going to be in an exclusive area right by the stage, I believe. And we're going to have access to see them walking out to go to the commissioner, taking pictures and all of that stuff. And then as soon as they leave the stage, there's another room that they come to straight to us and we get to interview and do all of that stuff. So I'll be trying to give exclusive coverage, whatever move the Dolphins make. I'll be right there with our first round pick, Shadur Sanders. But I don't know, but I'll be right there. I'll be talking to him. I'll be asking questions. I'll be in the building. So yeah, that should be pretty dope. And thanks to each and every one of y'all, because the NFL didn't grant the credentials until like 5 days ago or something. It was like last Thursday or Wednesday. I'm like, dang, man, because I've been like, man, it's still not updated. Maybe they denied us. They approved it, but they waited to the last minute. So thank you to all the members, because it costs a pretty penny for this travel, man. It costs a pretty penny. And I'm just being transparent with y'all. I have to pay a lot of money for the travel, especially at the last minute. I mean, and the crazy thing is I'm not even flying into Green Bay. I got to fly to an airport 3 hours away because $1,500, $2,000 flights and stuff. I had to fly 3 hours away. I'm going to have to rent a car and drive 3 hours. And then the hotels were all booked up, had to find one, and that was expensive. So everybody who's a member of the channel, I look at that as you're part of the reason why it helps me to be able to go do these things and stuff like that and give exclusive coverage that you otherwise wouldn't see on the national television. All right. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Shout out. Oh, man. JD the Great just gifted 5 TD Fans Talk memberships. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me see something. I gotta get the homie up in here real quick. Give me a second. I got all these papers. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. All right. Woo, woo, woo. All right. Oh, 1 moment, y'all. Try to see something. Okay. Where is it? Man, I'll find it. Anyway, let me write y'all names down though. Make sure I can get y'all in on this. All right. All right. Give me a moment. All right, here it is. Let me share screen. Give me one. Thank y'all for being patient with me. I just want y'all to see what I'm kind of talking about. All right. So sometimes on the stream, I'm randomly going to bring this up for some of y'all to see. It'll be random. Let me close this real quick. All right, cool. All right, sometimes on the stream, I'm going to randomly bring this up. And this isn't the memberships, okay? This is just the spinning, all right? Sometimes I'm going to randomly say, hey, man, we want to give somebody something, right? So if I bring somebody on or something like that, I'll click spin, and I don't know if y'all can even hear it. But we'll do stuff like this. I just want to make the channel a lot more fun in terms of giving back and having fun. Like bam, somebody. Oh, nope. Let's go again. So I'll bring people on and say, hey man, I want to be able to bless you. And then we'll spin the wheel like 3 tries or something, and we'll land on whatever it lands on and go from there. All right. So these are some of the things that I'm going to start doing. But on the spin the wheel for the membership, oh no, it's a 50% chance of y'all losing right now. Y'all got bad luck. Y'all got real bad luck. So JD the Great, I got you in for 5 entries. Not on this wheel, but the giveaway wheel. And Curtis Williams just showed some love and dropped a gifted membership as well. I got you in as well, all right? Curtis Williams, 1, JD the Great, times 5. Got you. So I'll create a wheel to add that. So like this one, $10 win. If I bring somebody on, bless them, I would just cash app them $10, get them a meal or some gas. But stuff like this, we're gonna start having fun and doing things like this on the channel, just making it even more interactive with opportunities for people. All right. We want to be a blessing to other people if we can, as you all continue to be a blessing to this channel and what we're doing and what we're building over here at TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. And let me hit this real quick. Shout out to JD the Great showing that love. Donald and Irene became a member. He been a member. I probably just came off and he signed up. Salute to you, Donald. Always love, brother. Always. Day one love there, man. Glenn in the building, always showing love as well, said, I guess you were wrong about Greer being on the hot seat, because the only way he does what he doing is he knows he will be here next year. I kind of agree with that, Glenn, but here's the thing that you have to consider as well. Maybe he is on the hot seat, but don't forget, the rumors are his hot seat would elevate him to another position. So he doesn't mind doing the right thing for the team because he's still going to be a part of the organization. Don't forget that. So he has no concern. You want to know who got the concern? Mike McDaniel. And you know what they probably doing? This is something we ain't talk about either. They probably stripping Mike McDaniel down to say, hey, here's the equivalence of the team Brian Flores had. Get to work. Here's the equivalence of the team Brian Flores had. Let's see what you do. Is it not starting to get closer and closer to the roster Flores had? That might be what they're doing. And again, shout out to the homie Curtis, gifting a membership on the channel, showing love to one of the viewers, a fellow probably Dolphin fan. Some of them, well, we got a lot of Jets and Bills fans that watch the channel too. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see what ends up going down. All right, we'll see. All right, but listen, y'all. At the end of the day, let's get back to the point of the matter here. I'm not going to argue with people anymore about stuff that's right in front of our face. Okay? I can't wait to hear what the fellas have to say tonight on the Dolphins Collective. I can't wait to hear what these guys got to say tonight on Dolphins Collective. And those who don't know what I'm talking about, we have a new show on right here on YouTube called Dolphins Collective. All right? A new show every Tuesday night on Dolphins Collective at 8:30. It is myself, Dudley Durong, Omar Kelly, and Alan Poupar. We get together, we talk shop. We talk Miami Dolphins football. We've been already chatting today about some of this stuff. Greer also has a press conference today. Greer has a press conference today some of y'all may not know about. So I'll be watching that and reacting to it. Plus, we're going to talk about that tonight. But go over to Dolphins Collective, subscribe to the channel. Last week was a hit. The very first episode, over 7.6 thousand people watched it in less than 7 days for the first episode, and we already have 1,000, almost 300 subscribers over the first episode. I'm going to tell you now, this channel is about to blow up. It's about to take off. So be a part of it. I don't want to hear this. Oh, I can't listen to nothing Omar Kelly's a part of. Oh, I can't listen to nothing Doug's on. Oh, I can't listen to nothing Poupar is on. The beautiful thing about this show is that no matter what you believe, somebody on the panel shares your views. It might be me. But the even more beautiful part about it is views collide. Views get questioned. Views ask for clarification. What do you mean? Well, I disagree because of this or whatever, and we get to hash those things out. That's the beautiful part. No more running around, throwing out, terms and stuff, and nobody call you on it, and you can just say what you want, and it is what it is. No, it all meets on Dolphins Collective. Oh, you're going to have to qualify that. What do you mean? Are you serious? That's what I love about it. So go over to YouTube. Go over to Dolphins Collective on YouTube. Subscribe. A lot of people live audio. It's about to be on audio within the next week or so for podcasts. But this show is going to take off. It's going to go crazy. We're all locked in. We're going to be doing this at least for the next year and then go from there. But this show is going to go crazy. And this is where the hub is for opposing views. Where you're not going to have people calling each other out of their name. You're not going to have people fighting, being disrespectful because of disagreements. This is the perfect panel to actually have a healthy dialogue. So come over to Dolphins Collective. Check it out. It should be pretty dope, tonight's episode. We're going to get into it all. All right. But yeah, man, hit that like button. What are we doing? What are we doing? Y'all come on now, hit that like button. Yeah, we got 800 people watching and 350 on YouTube and over 400 on Twitter. YouTube peeps, hit that like button. And if you're on Twitter, come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Stop playing. All right. Shout out to Jonah Paritsky. Said if McDaniels wants to save his job, he needs to prove he can do more with less. You know what? Maybe McDaniels the one being tested here, y'all. I'm not opposed to that either. But McDaniel is the one that might be tested here. He's the one that might be tested here. He's the one that has to prove something here. Whether Greer stays in his role or not is irrelevant because he may be moving up in another position within the organization. Up or over, I don't know. So that's how you have to look at that. All right. Y'all punch that like button. Let's get 200 likes if we can. All right. If you have any questions before I get out of here, I want you to ask them now because I want to be able to answer some of your questions before we go. We have one question that just came in. TD, what do you think about Tua selling his house? I think absolutely nothing about it. It happens all the time. And don't forget, he just signed a deal that maybe he's like, hey, man, we finna move up. We want a bigger house now. We want an even bigger house. You know, we had our nice, humble house. Now we want a bigger one. The money's starting to come in. The check's clearing. Enough of them done cleared now. Let's go move on up. That's all. That's all I think about it. Now, could there be something there that we don't know about? Maybe. Maybe there's a case where they already got a plan in place and Tua know he might be traded or something. Maybe, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. So I'm not looking into it like everybody else. I mean, it's a nice narrative. But we'll see. Now you go trade Ramsey officially, and then you hear Tyreek is on the block for post June 1st. Officially. Now we cooking. Now we talking about Tua. But until both of those guys gone, no. I'm not, I don't think nothing of it. Shout out to William Ray, just gifted Jimmy Wash a membership. All right, that's what's up, William. William Ray. One entry. All right. That's what's up. Appreciate you, William, for the love and support to the channel. And thank you for showing some love to Jimmy Wash, helping them become a member. Salute to you, brother. Man, I want to see nothing but green names in the chat. Green or blue? Blue or mods. But I want a whole bunch of green flooding the chat. All right? That's why I'm going on a 500 membership goal. If we can do that this year, that'll be pretty dope. And that way we can start having some of those like official meet and greets and stuff like that. All right. That way I know we have enough people behind stuff like that. Let's see if we got any more questions. Greer's dumb contracts made this do more with lessness. Yeah, I mean, let's just be honest, y'all. I already alluded to this about 30 minutes ago. Here's the reality of it all. This was such a massive failure. I want you to think about it. I kept saying this over the last few years, and people call me a hater and don't know what I'm talking about. I kept saying the problem is that nobody cares about is we're going to waste Teron Armstead. We're going to waste, and remember I told y'all, trade Xavier Howard because we're going to waste his career. We wasted it. I said, you're going to look up and we're going to say we wasted Jalen Ramsey. No, we going for a Super Bowl. We haven't even won a playoff game. And now Jalen Ramsey's time has officially been wasted. Smarter Jalen Ramsey saying, yeah, let's mutually agree. Get me out of here. Let's try to trade me because I'm trying to. Ramsey knows. And by the way, I didn't say this yet, but the person who told me about don't be surprised if Ramsey get traded also told me this wasn't so much of a Miami Dolphins, hey, Ramsey, we're thinking about. Ramsey came and had that conversation from my understanding. I don't know how true that is, but this is what was told to me. Ramsey was initiating the conversation. Hey, man, I'm trying to look for another home. He didn't say it like that. I'm just like acting out what I believe he probably did. Hey, I'm trying to look for another home. And rightfully so. The writing on the wall. Armstead, Calais is gone. Man, what we doing here? What we doing? What, you going to go in the draft and replace both of them? You know we're going to get less. And if we're lucky, we get blue chip all pros. And even then, it just makes us like we were last year, which is still not good enough. And the odds of that happening, of getting those type of players, are slim. So what are we doing? And that's how everybody should be looking at it. You're wasting. Ramsey needs to be gone. And I said this yesterday. The smart thing to do, trade Ramsey, trade Chubb, trade Tyreek, Jonnu got a little value. Trade him too. Trade all these guys and see if the receiving team will eat some of the salaries. And let's go ahead and really rebuild. Like, y'all think I'm playing. Man, we need to be Arch Manning in this thing. I was not a believer in the tank for Tua, primarily because it was Tua, but I didn't believe in tanking at all. I get it now. I see the light. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. And you ain't got to tank. You can go out there trying to win, but do it just like you did Flores. Strip the whole roster. Good luck, Mike. I guarantee you Mike will do worse than Flores did. Get rid of Chubb. Get rid of Ramsey. Get rid of Tyreek. Get rid of Jonnu. Go get your little sprinkle free agents to fill the roster. I guarantee you McDaniel do worse than Flores. We'll have a better pick under McDaniel. I guarantee you. Because he pretty much did what Flores did with a 10 times better roster. So I guarantee you we'll have a top 3 pick next year in the draft. Thanier Barley said TD got so corny. Yeah, corny. You over here, okay? Ain't no QB alone going to fix this. I agree. But what I keep trying to preach to people is an elite quarterback is the prerequisite to winning. An elite quarterback gives you the basis. It's like, it reminds me of my faith in the Bible, like a house built on a rock. You see, it's like, and for those who are not unfamiliar, let me break it down in simpler terms. Imagine building a house on sand, a non-stable ground. Storm comes, what do you think is going to happen? That's what I'm talking about. Like, you could have good wood, good beams and everything, but you built it on sand. So when the storm come, all of that didn't matter. It didn't matter. That's what the quarterback is, that foundation. And miss me with the whole, no, the foundation is the trenches. You know why they're not the trenches? Because the lines, the trenches are interchangeable. This year, these 5. Next year, you got rid of him, replaced him, and brought another backup in. The year after that, you got rid of those 2, brought another 2. That's interchangeable. That is not your foundation. If anything, your quarterback is your foundation. Your trenches are your walls. Your wide receivers and secondary is your roof. All the running backs, tight ends, and all that, them windows and all of that. Your foundation is your quarterback. It's the one thing that doesn't change. A storm can come and blow your roof away, blow a wall down. That foundation's still there. You just repair it. That's your quarterback. It's the only one that stays. In a 15 to 20-year career, what position other than a quarterback is going to play the whole 15, 20? It's the quarterback. Y'all got this misconception thinking it's the trenches. I can give you the best trenches in the world with Zach Wilson, and it ain't going to matter. I can give you the best trenches in the world with Skyler. Is it going to matter? So don't tell me that's the foundation. The quarterback is the foundation of a team. Because there are quarterbacks that are doing miraculous things with bad trenches. Y'all really act like Joe Burrow ain't been out here doing wonders on the offensive side of the football with shaky trenches. The year the man went to a Super Bowl, that O-line was horrible. Y'all got to stop this. Y'all just keep making the excuse for the one guy, trying to qualify why he ain't been showing up in big moments. Joe Burrow got sacked 10 times in a championship game and went to a Super Bowl. I know Burrow is injured too, but we're talking about play on the field right now. When you are available on the field, y'all think Tua's only issue is injuries. That's y'all problem. That's your problem. You think the only thing wrong with him is injuries. That's your problem. What happened when he was healthy versus Kansas City? What happened when he's healthy against every good team we play? It's another thing y'all don't talk about. Have you noticed that every time Tua's hurt, we actually play bad teams? Yeah, we still lose a lot of them, but we actually play bad teams. He's usually healthy in all the good teams for the most part. He's usually available for the big games for the most part. Y'all never noticed that? Regardless of all his injuries, typically he's on the field for the big games, the other good teams. Have y'all never really noticed that? We keep on living in this false reality that the only thing with Tua is if he can stay healthy. You're wrong. He also has deficiencies as a quarterback, period. We want to make every excuse around him instead of calling out what he can control. And most of the time, I'm going to be honest with you, most of the time when he throws interceptions and does bozo plays, he actually has a clean pocket. Most of the time when he's doing these bad things, it's like, ain't no pressure coming. And look at this. What was that? We don't talk about this stuff. We don't talk about it enough. We just want to make excuse. And what you're setting yourself up is to keep drawing this down the road with no results. But I get it. I get it. I always explain this to y'all. I'm not mad about it. I get it. I actually do get it. It makes sense. When you're a fan of someone, you just want to see them on the field. You want to hope that they can get it right. It's like Bronny James, like, man, come on, man, just have a breakout moment, man. Let's prove to these people. And I'm not comparing Tua to Bronny. It's totally different. Bronny just ain't good, in my opinion. Tua is good. He just ain't good enough. So, but I'm just saying, as a fan, you just want the kid to have every chance possible because maybe one day, maybe eventually it'll happen. But even y'all fans, if you want to be honest, you're hopeful every time he plays. But when he give you one of them stinkers against a good team, because you're ready, like if you could just prove it in this game, we could go out here on Twitter and YouTube and defend you like no other and say, oh, y'all quiet now. In every big game, he has failed you. And what did you say? You didn't say anything. You just got quiet and disappeared. And then when the time came to defend him, you didn't come out and say, oh, he's great. You just came out and say, oh, man, the injuries killed the team. We need to fix the trenches. We need to, that's what we need to focus on. We need to focus on the trenches. We need to focus on the team. And you're right. We do need to focus on the trenches in the team. But you totally try to dismiss that we also need to fix the quarterback position. See, what y'all want to do is work hard, not smart. There are 10 issues with this team. Y'all want to fix all 9 before you look at him. You want to fix all 9 issues before you look at him. But then you want to ignore that if you just fix him that one, it'll at least wipe out 4 of those. You still don't have 5, but fixing that one will at least knock out these 4 issues. Oh, y'all don't want to have that conversation. Y'all don't want to have that conversation. That's why I say we don't want to work smart. We want to work hard so that we can keep loving on one person. Somebody said trench work is smarter working. Yeah, I wish it was, Billy. But what we've shown, the more time that Tua gets to throw the ball, the worse his numbers are. It's out there. Just go look at the data. Nobody talks about that either. I was telling y'all this in the Flores era. Look at when he has more than 2.5 seconds to throw the ball. All his numbers drop. Look at when he only has 2.5 seconds to throw the ball. It goes up. He's balling. Tua thrives in a hurry up and get rid of it. I don't want to have to process and do all that. Just up, quick hit. He thrives. Y'all want to give him more time for what? For him to second guess himself with a weak arm? No. Now, if you want to say, hey, but focus on the trenches for the run game, yeah, I'm with you. That would help, and it'll take pressure off of him. But y'all keep trying to make the team better to hide his weaknesses. The team to compensate for what he don't have. That's what y'all keep trying to do. We ain't had stout trenches since the 70s. Then can you explain to me why we had the number 1 pass game and number 1 run game 3 years ago? Somebody right now explain to TD why we had the number 1 pass game and number 1 run game in the NFL 3 years ago. Explain it now, please. Please, help me. Help me. Explain to me why we had the number 1 run game and the number 1 pass game 3 years ago. Come on, somebody got to open their mouth. You opened your mouth and keep saying we need trenches. Tell me. Tell me right now. First year novelty? Oh, first year novelty, we had guys pulling and doing well, and now it was a novelty. Now it was a novelty, huh? Armstead, okay. But we never had it, though. We never had it. Injuries, TD. Here we go. Injuries happen to every team. It's a part of the game. Stop saying injuries. Almost every team in the league get hit with it. Who was on the O-line that year? Well, let me jump ahead to save you some time. Are you trying to make the point that we actually had an O-line that year? Because I'm just arguing the person saying we haven't had one in 20 years. So we did have one. Just trying to save you some time in your argument of where you're trying to lead this to. Who was on the line that year? Good people. Armstead, Connor, Hunt, Jackson, whoever. Yeah, we had a good line, but that's my point. Don't say we ain't never had a good O-line in 20 years in the trenches. That was a good O-line. And guess what? What ended up happening? How did we do? Did it matter? And don't say, yeah, but we got hurt later in the season. What about the big games early in the season that we got obliterated in? What about early in the season, the big games that we lost? We still couldn't beat a good team when it was healthy and when it got hurt. It didn't matter. Any good team, it didn't matter. So don't tell me, yeah, but they got banged up by the end of the season. What they got to do in week 4 when we got blown out? What they got to do in week 8 when we got beat up and all of them were healthy? Somebody, and Billy said it was all right. Well, it doesn't matter if it was great, all right. It was the number one run game and the number one pass game in the league. It doesn't matter if it was all right. It worked. Like, what do y'all want? Who's the all-pro left tackle last year in the league? Y'all want us to go trade for them? Who was the all-pro left guard? And then add him? Who was the all-pro center? Add him? Right guard, right tackle. Y'all want us to go get the 5 all-pros on the O-line? And would that make you happy? Is that the only thing that'll satisfy you? What are y'all asking for? How many times I got to show you film of Tua back to pass in a clean pocket, stepping up, creating the pressure? Y'all ignore this stuff. This man create pressure too. Well, that's just his clock because they're so bad he's nervous that nobody want to hear that. That's on him. I'm not saying the O-line ain't been bad, but don't act like he's exempt to it. The man don't even know how to call protections. When have you ever come to the line and seen Tua say, point at a linebacker that might be coming to blitz? Never! Gosh, go watch one Brady game. He at least come to the line 7 times, call out the mic, and tell his running back, hey, I see him fainting. I mean, come on. These are all things that make an O-line better. Burrow does it. Mahomes does it. Other guys do it. Gosh, we got a limited guy that we're trying to build around. That's the failure of the Miami Dolphins. No matter how you want to bake the pizza, it's still a pizza. No matter how you want to build around it, it's still a pizza. Bruh, it's a team sport, not just on Tua. Eagles ain't win the Super Bowl because of their QB. Are you kidding me? Did you see what Jalen Hurts did in that game? I know the defense was lights out. But excuse me, if Jalen Hurts would have played like Mahomes in that game, it would have been a one-possession game the whole game. If Jalen Hurts would have played like Patrick Mahomes did, because Patrick Mahomes lost the Chiefs the Super Bowl, if we want to be honest. Turning the ball over as much as he did, blindly just raggedy play. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley got shut down. They put it, Jalen Hurts going to have to beat us, and we don't think he can. Hold my cup. Are you kidding me? You're going to try to devalue what that man just did in the Super Bowl? Absolutely, the defense was lights out, but you still got to score points. Jalen Hurts was phenomenal in the Super Bowl, and I'll do you one better just to save from arguing. Nobody asking Tua to win. We just asking him to actually play well in majority of the big games, even if we lose. That's all we asking. Only thing we asking is for him to not be a part of the reason we're losing. Why can't y'all comprehend that? Tua, even if we lose, just don't be a part of the reason. Nobody's saying he is the reason. The problem with Tua, when we lose in the big game, 9 times out of 10, he's a part of the reason. You can't have that. You cannot have that at a 90% rate to join in on the trash fund. Your O-line trash, but you ain't helping them out throwing stupid picks when they do give you time. Most are out here fumbling, but you ain't helping them out by fumbling the snap yourself. The defense gave it up, but you ain't helping them by. I mean, that's all we're trying to say. I understand it's a team game, but the team is interchangeable. You want your quarterback to be forever as far as the time that they can play, 15, 20 years. And if that guy isn't it, you're wasting your time with the rest of it because all of this can always be remodeled. Wide receivers can always be changed. So I don't have to focus on that. O-line could always be changed. The corners and safeties can always be changed every couple of years. But the real focus is the quarterback because you want that to be in place for a long time. And if that ain't it, you got to focus on that because all these other things don't matter if you got the wrong one. So stop saying it's a team sport. It ain't just about Tua. It starts with him. If you ain't got that right, the whole team thing doesn't matter anyway. You got to get that position right. Then it's worth building around. How do you think Washington feels right now? We can spend money on this. We can spend money on this. Jane Daniels last year with a subpar, nobody talked about it was a subpar roster last year with the Eagles. Had a few pieces, but it was a subpar roster. What Jane Daniels did makes the organization say, we can spend money on this. Oh, yes. Oh, let's spend some money. Let's really contend. After what he did. You got Tua out here, can't even beat a good team and let's spend money to try to get other areas of the team to carry the load. Broken system. Broken system. Broken system. Denver right now, Bo Nix. We didn't have much. Few pieces on defense, but overall we ain't had much. We can spend some money on Bo Nix, developing around him. We saw at least enough promise. See, what y'all also not recognizing is look how Bo Nix and Jayden Daniels look without everything around them. And what did Tua look like without everything around him? Then we go get everything around him, and he start looking like them, but without everything. What you think they're going to look like moving forward? Come on, man. Jesse in the building said TD talking about houses built on sand like we don't live in Florida. Hey, but I'm in Central Florida. So, sand is down there, but it's a little deeper for me. So I'm just saying. But come on, man. These teams are building through the draft or they got a guy that they feel like they could go all in on. Come on, man. We got to stop this mess. How many times I got to tell y'all, I understand it is a team game. There's no question about it. But if you ain't got that position right, it don't matter how much of a team game it is. Y'all live behind these slogans. Well, it's a team sport. Y'all live behind these. Y'all live behind these sayings. But you know the truth. It is a team sport. But you got to have the foundation right. And everything that's dealing with the foundation is the quarterback, coach, general manager. The front office in general. That's the foundation. And the real failure is our quarterback is not a true foundation. Our GM isn't a true foundation. I'm still giving McDaniel more love than I should be. I'm not going to include him. Hey, maybe I'm wrong for that, but I'm not going to include him. But those two, that foundation isn't good. It's not good. Sibo, I'll call you on that. Coffee on you. CB83 in the building. You wrong for that. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, man, I got to get up out of here. I want y'all to know this stream was being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 using code YouTube150, okay? YouTube150. The draft is upon us. You have an opportunity to get your odds in. This one's interested in me. The second quarterback taken. There's a lot of hype on Jackson Dart right now. That's crazy to me. It's a lot of hype on Jackson Dart ahead of Shador right now, but they still got the odds saying Shador will be the second quarterback taken. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Also, you can go over to BetUS and take advantage of that sign-up bonus and make your bet on who you think will be the second quarterback drafted. BetUS, get in the game. Make sure that you gamble responsibly. All right. And listen, man, thank y'all for supporting the sponsors because it supports the channel. Salute to all the members of the channel today and those who gifted memberships as well. Thank you for showing your love and support to what we're doing over here on TD Fans Talk. Again, Dolphins Collective is tonight at 8:30, so get ready to stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty dope. Shout out to KM saying he going to the Bills for a fourth. McDaniels is a terrible coach. Fins down another year. Shout out Richie. Man, oh man. Reports say that Archie Manning will stay in college for an extra 2 years, so he won't be next year's draft. Hey, you might be right. But CB, we got to talk, bro. I saw you on Twitter. Now you seeing what I've been talking about. CB wrote on Twitter. I mean, at this rate, we might as well break it all up. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. Just wipe it all out and start fresh. But you got to break it all up. All include certain people. So we'll see. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fans up. No matter what, I will see y'all soon. Chris Greer press conference is coming up soon. I'm going to be checking that out. If it's worthy, I might go live to talk about it. But we're going to break it down on Dolphins Collective tonight. Love you. Peace. I am out. See y'all soon.